like to start with singing, and you guys probably are primary teachers, so you probably would like to sing. So Beth Voss is a famous play guru from Roseville who recently died, and our school is doing a tribute to her. And one of the songs she sings is I Remember When You Couldn't Do That. And why I like this message of this song is because not only do we want to notice the growth that our students have, but that we should be very much adopting this sort of mindset for ourselves and definitely modeling it for students. And as the digital natives are growing and progressing, and we digital immigrants are trying to be their leaders, I think it behooves us to also remember that we are the learners, that we want to model that action and that growth for our students. So this song is called I Remember When You Couldn't Do That, and obviously the last verse is our cue version that I hope you sing with us because it's a little bit high for me, and I'll try to play the ukulele loudly for you to hear, but it's a teeny tiny treble guy. All right, it goes like this.
Stand on tiptoes, reach the light, reach those pedals on your bike. I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that, when you couldn't do that at all. Spreading butter everywhere, choosing your own clothes to wear, jumping up into the air, touch the floor while sitting on a chair. Everybody, I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that, when you couldn't do that at all. And really stand those codes. What can you do? What do you download? Come with us down this learning road. With the kids next week, you'll be in geek mode. Everybody, I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that. I remember when you couldn't do that, when you couldn't do that at all. That at all.
So, keeping that in mind will help us. I think we just want to model staying young and staying green and growing for our students because they deserve your best modeling of growth. Alrighty, so here we go. What's a QR code? It stands for Quick Response Code. It started in Japan to keep track of car parts going through Toyota or one of the big car companies. And educators said, whoa, wow, you can link all kinds of cool things to this type of content. And why it is so good for little guys, because there's no typing. They don't have to try to put in any kind of http://gl is not easy when you're 6. It's not easy for us, capital G, lowercase u. So you can basically link to anything that has a web address. So you need to be wondering why you're doing this. What do you want the kids to access? You, of course, want to use. I have iPads in my class. I have 6 big old guys with the old-fashioned pen, 2 little iPad minis. My own daughter's broken old iPhones, and because they aren't phone anymore, but they can still get online at Wi-Fi at my school. So we have kind of a hodgepodge collection of devices that work just fine. So, and I have to say the brilliant stroke in me changing up this presentation is that I think it's a tool, and we want to make sure that we're using it not because it's fun to play with, or because you finished early, go occupy yourself with some watching a video that doesn't have anything to do with it, or playing an app that's just baby potties or something. My kids always love that. Because you want them to do work with it at school because it's a tool. It's a very fancy crayon or a pencil or a piece of paper. So the part that I think is going to help us is that I try to put the materials more along the line of when you would use them in a day and in a week. So the next slide is kind of showing, this is my, so I do my lesson plans. This is a Google slide. And each week, 1 through 38, after we reach out of school, I make it at the beginning of the year, put in my preps, and then it's really cool. You can turn this into a hyperdoc, and all of the, oh no, all of the, all of these everyday math lessons are actually clickable. So I took about an hour, and everyday math. This is a Peasy program that's digital. It took me about an hour. I did it in October, and you paste your year in everyday math, and then I just put these lessons in, and these, without me adding a link, have your link. So if I touch this, not going to the everyday math website, I go right to the lesson for that day. So this is a really cool way to keep lesson plans like they from year to year, or just to kind of see them evolve. So where it's pink, or whatever this color is, that's kind of when I encourage you to be using iPads and QR codes in appropriate, effective ways for learning. So the first thing in our day is getting there. Welcome. And what I have at the morning time, when they first get there, I have a very difficult class this year, and I find that they have something right where to go, get started. Usually I have in the kindergarten, I teach kindergarten first, so this is a little bit more the kindergarten model because that's the year I'm in right now, but I have a lot of first grade examples as well in this show. But Sophia comes to the red table, and I wrote her name with Sharpie on our big desks, our big tables. So she's in her place, and so are the other 5 people by her. And since it's been kind of a difficult class for classroom management, instead of these kids going from the teacher table to the art table on Tuesday to the science table and going through their centers, we move the materials and the kids' table. So this is something called Word of the Day. QR code to access Word of the Day. And Google's so cool. It can make these little movies. Activity is a word of the day is I just go online to Google first and then Pinterest or TPT and find something free. And so all of these pictures in the next couple of pages are going to be links to exactly this. So this might be a link to a free word of the day QR code activity that you would print out like this. And so what the kid would do, who has the term, the kid who got Clifford last night gets to be our QR code helper in the morning. And then that person takes a picture of it, says the first clue is there are 3 letters. So on their whiteboards, regular whiteboards, not a fancy iPad or something, they make 3 lines. And the first word sound is T. So they put a T in the first spot. And then they say it rhymes with sun. That's a bad example. Here's the word ton spelled that way. So they say the first word's F, and then they'll say it rhymes with fun. Oh, I'm doing this all backwards. It rhymes with sun, and then they'll have their T or their F, and then put in the un part, and then be able to blend the word. And if you do it over and over and over, and there's only like 8 in this free section, although I'm sure she's got the $4.99 version as well. But in this free section, you can just keep going. They don't know if 3 weeks ago you did ton or fun or sun. They're just going to see it again. Okay. So the word of the day right there in the middle says underneath number 4, where it says blog explanation. That's the woman who created this to sell her spot. So if you want to hear, you can go to her blog page to see what that's about. So if I go back, we'll go back to full screen. So if you touch this will go back a page. Okay, if you touch this, it'll take you to the activity to get that actual thing. So you don't really have to come over here and see it if you think you saw it enough. All right. Weather report for kids. They love this one. You can just go to weatherreportforkids.com, and what I did was copied an image of today's weather. This is the QR code to the URL that goes to this website. This is what the kids would be wearing on this day. So you go up to put in where you are. What's our zip code here? Let's see what it's like in Truckee, 96161. So we type it in, and they can see today and tomorrow, 25 degrees, and then we graph it, and it's kid friendly. They like it. So tomorrow they have to wear their leggings. So basically, you're just finding a website. So actually, it looks like so if I wanted to, let's say I saw this, I went online, because I want to be able to demo it real quick for you as well as, especially if you've got good internet. So I found this online because I typed in kid-friendly weather report, and this is what came up. So if I wanted to make this a QR code for my kids so I could print it for them to scan, I would go to this extension right there, which is called U.GL shortener, I think. And then that would give me an option.
U.GL URL shortener.
And it's in the back too, there's a link to that. But if you add this extension to Chrome, and I can either copy the shortened goo.gl or go to QR code and it prints. And now I can, or it makes one, and then I can make that into an image and then print it out. So any page you're on, a YouTube channel, anything. Although YouTube I do it by sharing. Question?
Yep.
So if you have the extension on your Chrome browser called goo.gl URL shortener, so you go to the web store on Chrome, search for that. I'll talk to you after. So you go, actually show them, quick, put the apps on top.
I did.
Okay, now come down to the bottom, go to the store, search for, do this, find it. You need to add it to yours. Go.
Like that, okay. So
go to just like a new tab, and then your far left, unless you change the bar, you probably have that little apps up there.
right here.
So touch that, and now down in the bottom right it says web store. And when you go to the web store, it has many things to get. So up here you're going to search for goo.gl. It's an extension. It's not a theme or an app, it's an extension because you want it to be able to do this little appy thing when
This one right
that
here.
page is on. So this is it. Go back one. So go to the apps, go down to the web store. And now in the web store, you can search. And the way it's organized is when you search for something, you might get a result that's an app. I didn't know about games, but apps, extensions, themes. And so the one that you want is an extension, but it's just going to show you with that in order down at the extension. You can see mine's already added. You're going to go to a plus blue. You're going to go to a plus blue to add it to your Chrome extension menu settings. All right, so.
Then you'll have it now.
Now you'll have it. So any page you go to, you can get a link. You can either put that to your parents as just the URL. You know, you can post it that way as well. All right. Yay! Y'all told my kids how much fun weather report for kids was at the conference. All righty. It'll help. That's like just that is how you can quickly make a QR code. There's all kinds of online QR code generators and things like that for different types of applications, but if you're just trying to link to a web page, that's the way you do it. I don't mind talking if you just whisper maybe to your neighbor and let the other kids hear. This is, go to the sound alert, go to, this is another freebie I found. This is basically a link for A, for B. Should they have all the alphabets? all the letters I mean. So you can go to this site and it'll have a video of Gus sound, and there's actually quite a few little links for each one of these. So that is this little thing right here, and if you touch this, it'll take you there. If you touch, she doesn't have all the letters, it's weird, but you know, it's like sight words, right? You do sight word flashcards when they know 5 and 10, up to 25. After that, we kill them with flashcards because reading and authenticism is going to be what drives their, you know, sight word growth, not more practicing sight words. So I actually had one of those. Go to the ABCs. So if you touch this and go to that link, you're going to get something like that. So you have that, you can print that out, and now you can. Lamination is a debate for QR codes because it kind of makes a reflection. Hold on 1 second. So some people just do it on cardstock, and that's tough.
Yeah.
Question?
When you say touch this, those of us who can't see have no idea what you're pointing to. So if you can also verbalize it, well, we have this block when I'm sitting.
I know, what's with the big old pillars?
I know. So if you can verbalize what you're
Okay, so you can touch the little ABCs, the little blue button underneath the right middle picture, or the 1, 2, 3s, or the movement music break. So I just found something for free online that was, go for it. So here, under movement music break, if you click that one, you'll get boom, chicka boom, gummy bear, just dance, take a shake break. So these are just things that instead of me putting out a video, the Clifford Kid of the Day gets to be the one who picks what we're doing. This is all counting. This is all counting stuff. So the one that says 1, 2, 3s, this is count to 100 song for kids. Pump up to 100, song for kids. Macarena, count to 100. Boring, they actually count 66, 67, 68, all the way to 100, but that is one of our standards, and my kids can't get past 13, 14, 15, they just like garble up all those teens, so this is helpful for us. All right, I think we did this page. So this actually is the QR code that a kid would use that matches that. Okay, and then you would just put it, it's not like, it's not pertinent to my class, it's you can use it. All righty, this and that. Perfect. Okay, next page.
Could you repeat what you were saying about the lamination?
Lamination provides sort of a glare, like glasses. And so either the kid has to kind of put a shadow over what he's trying to take the QR code of. It always works. I tend to go for the lamination, but if you just use cardstock, especially for flip books, if it's on the wall or something and it's not getting mangled and it's a scavenger hunt or something, maybe you don't really have to laminate that because it's on the wall and it's not really getting touched that much, it's just getting scanned. So I do laminate quite a bit, and we turn the lights off a lot in my classroom, and that helps with the glare. Alrighty, good so far. So that was basically some of the things you can do, like when they're, well, kind of, this is actually a little bit out of order. This is like morning meeting stuff, right? Like we're together on this. All right, so on the next page, we call these wake up centers. So when you get there, the red kids are there and they're working on something. So instead of filling in the medial vowel sound for several words on a worksheet, they can do some other things, but they do that too. So I try not to think, oh, we just have to have the new cool device. What you're trying to do is teach reading, writing, critical thinking, blah, 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 all the standards. It's just a thing to use to help you get to that. So what I wanted to show you on this one was this is always at the yellow table. It's got the yellow folder so the kids know. And you can't really see on this model, but on here, I circled the order of the tasks I want them to do. So it's not go play with whatever you want to do and try to be quiet at table 1. Instead, it's I want you to go to
There.
so make it smaller. Okay, sorry, you were right, it was big enough. So instead of them doing whatever, I want them to spend, so I have timers, big old-fashioned timers on the table. So I want you, they have 30 minutes there. How about 10 minutes on 3 different things? And I'd like you to start with the leveled part that you're in Alexia. So they have to do a skill building thing at their own level. We're big into Codable. It's a really, really cool iOS app that teaches that coding steps in little chunks. You know, they're doing any kind of typing. They're trying to get the dude from one side to the other side. They have to go right, down, right, up. So, and that also is a progressive thing where conditions come in and other coding aspects. So Codable, Kodable is a really cool app. And then number 3 would be, on the first page I have all language arts things. On the second page, so this is a screenshot of the first page of the iPad. So every iPad in the class, there's a red one, and an orange one, and a yellow one, and a green one. You get the idea, we love the rainbow. So on the red one, I'm not going to do anything for a second. So on the red one, okay, actually I just want to show you. You can see this on here, mostly we'll be talking. So the last pages of the slide are a whole bunch of red papers. They're basically showing what I'm going to kind of show right here. So the first page is all language arts things. And no, I don't want to have this on. Okay. So the first page is all language arts. The second page is all creative apps. The third page is all math. The fourth page is all science. The fifth page is, you get the idea. I did a whole presentation before on like how to organize your iPad. A couple of little tips I have is each page should be a curricular area, and don't make any folders unless you're trying to hide something. Like on my iPhone, I have the equivalent of this all in one folder. They can't undo that. I wish Apple could have a way, this is the language arts page, that's the creative page. I wish this could be a different color. So I could say, go to your orange screen. So instead they count the dots and they're learning numeracy and stuff. So it's good, it's always working. But, so I would have the corresponding printed out picture of the iPad with waxy pencil circles on 1, 2, 3 for whatever activity I want them to do in the morning. All right, so another thing besides, so that's one thing that they do. So sight word sort and graph, that's graphing and sorting with paper and scissors. I don't want them to only do this at school. They have a lot of this to do, right? So that's that. This iPad at this table, they might be playing Spelling Bug, Friends of 10, and Codable, something like that. Are any of you familiar with Osmo? So fun. They have Osmo numbers now. And if anybody wants to play with these afterwards, it basically, if you click on here, you'll see Osmo's video on how cool these are. But basically, this stands, the input comes in through a mirror. So they're doing some kind of manipulation of tangrams, building words. You can put in your own word list. You can have them not just do their words, you can have your app family or something. Newton is this like physics game, balls bounce down and you have to put obstacles in the way to get the ball to bounce to the target. Masterpiece, I'm a fledgling artist and I use it all the time to take an image, shine it down on my paper, kind of trace it, and then paint it afterwards because it's taking the information from the paint, from the surface in front, taking a mirror and then putting it into the iPad. It's really amazing. You have to have Osmo. I think Osmo's, so what you get when you buy an Osmo is this base that can be changed for little iPads and big iPads. Old ones work, my old one works. And then you get these 3 boxes that have tangrams. Really nice tangrams, actually, like good wood, thick ones. Words, which are 2 alphabets, A through Z, one red, one blue, because they compete, or you can play solo. And then the new one is numbers, so it might be composing and decomposing numbers, depending on the different levels that they get to. And then but you buy, the app is free. But this cost maybe $79, I think it was $100 last year. So here's Tangram. So she's making it in front, and the screen is seeing if she has it correct, and then it shows, and then it progressively gets harder. They were doing a lot. What I should do is find my code, because if you all go buy one and put my code in, I'll probably get 4.
You don't get the numbers on the second set.
And you donate.
Question? 0 voice? Oh. Okay. Let's hear this question.
They have a lot of lessons already embedded, like in their first grade. So like they have CBC
10, that's a big one for K, and it's obviously forever. And it's great. It's just so tangible and fun, and something else, something different for them to do. So that's the Newton where they're trying to bounce the ball. But the masterpiece one, I can make these really cool watercolors that look like the photo. Alrighty. Goodbye, Osmo. And you can use 3D things. Your hand can be what bounces, and a block can be what bounces the ball. So I'm hoping that I can kind of go through this quickly enough so we can get to the end, but these are all, you should go home and spend a couple hours with this presentation and get yourself all geeked out. Alrighty, now, the next part of our day is, we in kindergarten do more like the daily 3, I call it the daily 3-day 5. So these are different literacy activities that you can do. I have 2 Osmos in the class, period. So I have 6 iPads and 2 Osmos. It's plenty. I don't want that many kids. There's a lot of parts. If you lose one, it's kind of a bummer. They have to exactly fit in the thing. And I'm not actually one to keep boxes. I normally chuck this into a little tub or something. But to know if you have them put away, it exactly fits in the different little holes for the pieces. 3 chunks, 4 chunks. So if you lose a piece, I think there's like an Osmo, like you can't find your blue J. So you can say, Osmo, I need a blue J, and it can be 5 replacement times. Question?
No, they sent me the whole, I lost like 5 trials. They sent me a whole
whole
box for
alphabet?
free.
Oh.
They're very nice.
Good to know. Okay, all of these click me's are resources to some free activities that you'll be seeing here. So here's a letterhead. This is actually kind of cool. I was surprised that my kids at this part of the year still like it so much. So basically, if you click this letterhead, you can go get the free TPT thing. Don't do it.
Okay.
So, they can do it. So on this little card, and so for 6 of us at a table, if I have we have 26 cards here, and I want to scan this one, it's a lowercase g. I have to find the uppercase G, so I have a alphabet there and matching lower and uppercase letters, so then they find the uppercase G and color it in. The goal is not to finish the paper, the goal is to occupy matching upper and lowercase letters until the time is done. Okay, these sight word bracelets are so cool. I think I brought them. I ended up buying like the $9.99 bundle, but you can get the one free, which is, this book is about bees, and basically it comes out kind of like this. This one's learning about seasons. So she has sight word bracelets, and she has, I'll just show you the seasons. So on the back it says, hi parents, scan this code and read a song and do an activity about seasons. So I have a little tape at each table, and I don't even make them do this, but if anybody wants to have the season videos at home tonight, make yourself your bracelets. I'll just leave a couple too many of these at every table. They help each other keep these on their wrist. They take them home, and then the moms and dads can play it. Sometimes it's do the activity, or get the content and then do an activity. Sometimes it's just the sight word all. A-L, spells all. Whatever their little music is to spell the word. So there's sight word ones, there's season ones. She has others, thematic ones that are seasonal. Don't go up and down your arm, just go back. This QR code style one is surfing through silly and real words. It's a sort. They read these actual words. They sort them. So this is real and silly words surfing through the something or other. So they have a record sheet. They have these cards. H-O-N. They're going to put hon in the I don't think that's a real word pile. So physically, tangibly separating these cards. Then they scan. So actually this is laying on the floor, and they put the silly ones on this side and the real ones on this side, and then they use the silly code to see if they put the silly ones on the silly side. It's really good for ELs. I have quite a few ELs in my class, so they might not know if han is a word. It's kind of weird, they all have like a surfboard. So it doesn't have anything to do with like what the letters, but I'm kind of wanting to just do the 3 sounds, right? So they put those over there, they put these over here, they scan it, they see if their words are in the right section. So that's that one. The blooming contractions QR code task cards, that's a little higher. I'd say that's more for first grade. It kind of looks like this. My little sister does not want to play outside. So they're going to find does not. On the record sheet, they put doesn't, and then they check, did they get doesn't? Did they put their apostrophe in the right spot? Did they get contractions? And there's several pages. And so a lot of the QR codes I create for content that I want them to get. But a lot of it, I go, someone else made it, and they're making it free. So with a little searching, you can find all kinds of things. The pictures in the middle, I could not find the resource, but here's my two kids looking at a pad. It's card number 8. He's writing pad right there, and then he's checking to see if you got the 3 sounds out. All right, next question. Any questions on, I'm halfway through. Perfect, we're about halfway through. All right, another part of the daily 3 and 5 is the other literacy activities, and this would be listen to reading. So some of, this is so cool, the Unite for Reading book. Middle school. All right, perfect. Okay, this is the best part. So this is the creation part, right? Class created books. I know. I think if I just click it, it'll get to it. So here's an example of a book that we made. Can you hear? So we made a big book. Each kid has their page. This is the QR code that links to this video. So after I put it together at recess, you can hear the sound. I said, Alexa, what did you like? What did you like to do? What do you like to read? Actually, hit pause. So it's a little redundant. They don't care. They'll wait for their name. And you know, they have their voice. This is something that's going to last forever since it's a YouTube video. So what we do with this, how we get to this, is every day I do 1 or 2 kids in the first days of school, and we say, what's your name? My name's Anthony. You know the letters of your name? A-N-T-H-O-N-Y. So I write that on a chart in all black. And then I say, Anthony, what do you like to eat? What do you like to play with? I like to play with toys. What do you like to eat? I like to eat sandwiches. So I write that. I'm modeling all those spaces, capitals, periods, everything we're modeled right, right? And then, so we talk about the rainbow. We're going to take a red crayon and circle the A on our chart paper, and then we're going to find all the A's in the text, capitals and lowercase. Circle them red so they match the beginning. The next color is orange. Circle the N. Oh, there's 2 N's. Circle both those N's orange. Find any N's in there. So then you have this tangible big book or big poster pack of each kid's dictation with us using it instead of, this is the week of A, this is the week of B. This gives kids like, whoa, those letters are important, they're in my name. And we do that with every kid. It takes about 2 weeks, and then it posters up on the wall with a big tracing of them so we can all year long look at what they like. All right, so that is basically just a YouTube video that I went to share.
Cases on the web.
Yeah.
What's
Faces, names.
We're good in our district. I'm at Hilton, the director of technology, and in our district, all of our students and our parents sign a release to have their videos taken, and can we share that out? We typically only do first names, but if parents opt out, then that would be a child that we wouldn't do this for. But for all of our parents, we do have that release. We only have maybe in the whole district, we're small, 4,000 students, maybe 20 students in the whole district that their parents have said no. We don't put them in the yearbook either. That's usually the big one. The parents don't want their kids, they want their kids to be in a yearbook, so.
So then they change it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, now we're okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least for
I
now.
want that whole 2D thing. And I'm better than I was. That book is like 2 years old. Now I've done other things where it's like more over their shoulders showing the thing. Oh, this is like, hi, I'm Anthony. So I know I do many things that are just right. Okay. Go to 20 Cats in the Window. So this, you don't want to go to my book, but this is a link to this book. Okay, Mifflin, first grade, 10 Cats in the Window. 10 10 dogs in the window, so what would happen if we had 10 cats? Can you just go to about a minute? Or, I want to get to number 15. Too far. Perfect. So, 16 cats. Oh, perfect. Cecilia's 15 and she's the best. See, we're actually saying who could roll their R's. You'll love this one. Shh. So the way I made this was, we made a big book. I didn't bring it, I flew, but it's a big book. And each kid is the page. So I took an image, the cover, back of the cover, the first page, the back of the first page, the second page, the back of the second page, 43 pages long or something. And then it just became a movie, right? I put it in order, and then it had no sound. We did it in one take, put the computer in the middle. That was shining on the wall through the Apple TV, so we sort of knew what was coming. We had practiced the book a lot of times without recording ourselves. And so basically we sat in a circle in the order, 2019, 18, 17, 16, 15, down to 1, so that Johnny, and then we'd all be yelling his name, and he'd say, "That's the perfect Hectorby," and then we'd sing a song and go to the next one. So I just had it in the middle. It was the laptop that was the microphone. It was very unsophisticated, and we did it in one take, so that was, I call that a success. Go back. What would you do without your king of tech pressing your buttons for you? Alrighty. Spider Adventure stories. Just hit the files in the Google Doc right there, and every time I go to a conference, I have to ask my old student, "Can I have the garden book?" 15 minutes. Yes! Okay, so first grade, they wrote an adventure story on spiders, and it could be 4 pages or it could be really long. And so, can you take that? Oh, actually, just go to Sophia Killian. So, to organize myself, because guess what? Those look a lot alike, right? Those little QR codes, you can't tell them apart with your eyes. So now this time I learned not to take Sophia's picture. She's reading her story out loud. All right. So when the parent sees this at back to school, they take it home, except for Sophia, keep having to borrow back. Then they have this code that's not going to go away, and I put go back to the Google Doc, because here, saw, weird. No idea. So Madison's story has this QR code and this live link, so that if I'm just showing, hey, let's listen to Madison's story, I can go right here online and just touch that and have it on our screen instead of using an iPad. And for me to organize it as I'm getting ready to print this all out, because when I print this out on paper, then I'm going to carefully cut out this and put it on the front, and then I'm going to get short address as well. Oh, an accordion book? Oh, golly. 8.5 bucks. You go big paper, fold in half, make 4, and then have it fold this way, do the other one, fold that way, and the next one fold this way, that way. Don't put one on the last, don't make it double on the last page, because a kid might have 20 pages, a kid might have 4 pages, and then we'll just glue half of a sheet on the back. Here, touch and learn. Okay. Go back. Okay. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? This is so cute. Okay. It's the red book with the faces. Oh no, it's the white book. All right. How are you feeling emotions? I'm treating you like it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, so here's a photo of a student. It's me. The emotion I'm trying to show is proud. I did my best handwriting for the book. I have a picture of me looking proud, and that's me saying, I feel proud when my students do high-quality work at school. And then, I don't want to waste our time actually going to it's a kid's voice. It says, one time I was brave. I had to go to a place and it was really scary, and I really had to be assertive and blah, 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 blah. I am disgusted. I was scared. One time my applesauce exploded in my lunchbox, and it was disgusting. There's a resource in there called Vocaroo. So I'll go to it real quick. Just going to do a tab and go. And maybe this will take one. So maybe we can just make one right now, a QR code from Vocaroo so you can see how to do it. So I have to get my voice over here. Let's be quiet. It's recording right now. Hi, we're going to make a QR code to explain Vocaroo. Click to stop. Let's listen and see how it sounds. It's recording right now. Hi, we're going to make a QR code to explain Vocaroo. Okay, now down in the bottom right here, it says click to save. I made a tutorial in here on one of the later pages that says Vocaroo tutorial. So now go to QR code. And now you have a QR code of that recording. Woo-hoo!
Slam.
I need a mic. Okay, so that's Vocaroo. It's so simple. Yes. Oh, nice. Would you go, okay, go back to Vocaroo. Yeah. So if you go to save, there's many, by the way, Vocaroo is a lot more than just QR codes. If you hit your thing, shoot, blah, blah, blah.
Can you spell it?
Vocaroo, V-O-C-A-R-O-O, Vocaroo. It's a very common word. Okay, so if you hit click here to save, look at all the different options you have for saving. As a matter of fact, QR code is kind of hidden. The main ones are tweet out this sound. You can Facebook, put it in all these different ones. You can download it. Where do you see that you can put it into Drive?
Google Classroom, but you have to make an assignment in Google Classroom in order to save it.
Oh, where'd you get those? Oh, plus more. What's under more? So those are other places that you can store them. Okay, let's keep going. I think we're down to 10 minutes. So, back to the presentation. How are you feeling emotions? You did that. Okay, next page. So, for math. So basically, remember I was trying to show you, I want to use it a lot of times in the day and a lot of times over the week. So for math, this is a little bit me now walking the talk. I don't really do this exactly, but because I was coming to see you guys and I wanted to show you just some easy things you can do. And guess what? Because I presented this, I'm using a lot more of it. So my kids are being better. Like they're more engaged and not hurting each other and doing some of their other things. So for math, all of these, I believe if you touch counting or place value or skip counting or 2D and 3D shapes, I think you have the same resources that I have. And either those are free from TPT, Pinterest, whatever, or whatever else. So I don't want to, well, let's just look at the counting one. So if you go to that, this is somebody's thing that I made a copy of, someone's Google Doc, I found it. So I think I have that one. So in the math binder, so in the center for the math, there it is. They can, all right, perfect. So I put these into books. So I'll have a lot of times kids will finish early. I'll just be, go, what do you want to learn? Go learn something. And so we have all these out there. Do you want to learn numbers? Go. If you want to do some letters, let's get it going. So how many? On this one, they count them, like in a circle, a group of 10, 22, check the answer. And this is free, and this is ducks. And last week, this one was free, it was chipmunks.
Is it on here?
Yes, if you touch, go back in.
Huh?
If you go to this, that's where you touch it. Does it work?
Yeah, that's how I got.
Oh, those aren't linked. If you touch the image, right? So
Yeah.
you touch the image, touch the image, touch the image, touch the image. It doesn't look like I linked the titles, just the photos, the images. All right, so place value task cards are a little bit higher level, like, over to 100, so I don't use this one as much. Skip counting, some little activities. There's one person has 2 legs, 2 people has 4 legs, 2 people have 6 legs. Try to learn that, you write in your answers, and then you check to see if you got your skip counting sequence correct.
Can you click on place value?
Click on place value.
For teachers, but it was like processing mind promoting success. Is it the same thing?
Maybe now, sorry, that's basically where I got it, but if you search on this guy's page, you can probably find place value.
We'll try to relink it, fix the link.
Thank you.
We'll check it out.
Okay, so basically those are some different math ideas. The 2D and 3D shapes is pretty interesting. There's 2 different examples of those, and these, like I said, are free or cheap that I found. All right, go to the next one after math. because the science scavenger hunts are the coolest thing. Is that where we are? Play this video. So if you study, I'll give you a quick
Ecosystem? Or living, non-living?
I want to say this first.
Okay.
So there's a website called, I'm going to show you that real quick, QR code generator. There are so many different ones online. Okay. The ecosystem one is a lot like the living, non-living one, so I'll just show you living, non-living. In first grade, this is the beginning of first grade activity. We have a hard journal, a photo of what's in the meadow behind our school. We go out and try to find the living and non-living things and list them in the cover. We get a piece of sagebrush and neatly write sagebrush and put if it's living or non-living. Lava rock, pine needles, male pine cone, rabbit brush, grasses, lupin, sunflower, yarrow, bitter brush soil. We just decided not to put in coyote stack even though it's in our net. Drew a line there. There's this, go to, look for QR code scavenger hunt.
That's it, okay.
Okay, look for it there.
Okay.
So, there's this really cool app to make these scavenger hunt clues. So if you go to QR code treasure hunt generator from Class Tools, that's it. And maybe you can type in some questions for us. So call it, give us a title, and then the format to make these cards is question, no space, with a question mark, asterisk, answer, no space. So, type in a question for us here. Do you like QR codes? Question mark, asterisk, yes. You have to have 5 questions. If you put a password in, you can edit it later. So, in just a second.
Can I just do one?
You have to do 5.
Oh, okay.
I actually had something in there that won't take long. So this is going to say, is yarrow living or non-living? So they have a paper like this. What is it? Circle living or non-living. So they're going to write the thing because they see it on the question. Is lupin living or non-living? They're going to find card 7 on number 7, right? So it's not in order. They have to really use this record sheet. They have to be a scientist and record their findings. On 7, it's lupin, and lupin is living. So, just a second, I'll show you that video. Then this was to introduce, we went out and looked at the field, actually, the meadow. But then this is, we have sunflowers in our meadow. Sunflowers are living things. We have yarrow in our meadow. Yarrow is a living thing. We have Jeffrey pines in our meadow. Jeffrey pines are living things. So we made an emergent reader with photos of what they're actually, we have on our window.
Okay, I'm good.
So now you create QR code challenge. Perfect. I just want you to see the demo on this. You have a link in the resource section of this. So now we hit that, and you're going to get zoom. And now we hit print off these QR codes. So what you're getting printed is the question, not the answer. So I wish I could just take a picture of it, but I think that if you play that little video, so that was to generate the questions, right? So go back to here and play.
Here's the book.
Thank you. Play this video.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are. Here's like a 1-minute video on what this is about. Full screen.
2 minutes.
So these are the QR codes. I take them around the room. A team of 4 or 3, actually a team of 3 goes and gets the answer. So there they go. They take turns who gets to hold it. They're helping each other. They all have to record the same information on their own individual sheets. They have to wait for Connor. They have to help him. You know, you can't just go. You're not an individual step. And so they're talking. They have to find it. They're reading the question. All right, let's get on to that. And just as ecosystems quick, so similar for ecosystems, when we got to spiders, they told me the questions to put into the scavenger hunt questions instead of me asking them. So that's what my class looks like. We have big tables, nothing too modern or fancy. This is more the end of first grade, so Desi's reading a long sentence. I love the way the smart kid's not just writing true. He's asking them, is that true or false? Excellent. And what number are you measuring at? Perfect, you guys. So on number 4, now we're writing complete sentences. Something is part of the sun starts the ecosystem, whatever their full sentences are. Next page. Oh, we're pretty much there, guys. Okay, these are some of the tools. So I already showed you the goo.gl extension. This is the QR code. That's an extension. It looks like that. And I added it, but I don't even really use that. I always use this one. Google Chrome's QR code generator. That's just a take it, put it in there, and make a QR code from it. Here's the Vocaroo corner one. We took a picture of each kid's mouth of their missing teeth and had a QR code with their smile that says, I lost my teeth and Sally pushed me on the swing. It is adorable. We made a poster of it. It's like an orthodontics nightmare, a dream. It's like all these teeth. Here is the tutorial on how I combine sounds with the Google Sheet. All right, I think we're pretty much there. Oh, I can't even tell you about Seesaw. It's awesome.
All the stuff
Go to
is
this
there.
page. So amazing. And on this page, I'm going to give you a demo next week. Yeah, you would be happier. All right, the following pages go down are basically, these are the links to every app that's on my iPad in order. And then, it's sort of weird, no?
Slam.
All right, go for more. So there's 2 pages of that, and then the next pages. This is the first page. You can't write language arts ABCs across your iPad, but the first page is ABCs. The second page is math. The third page is creative apps. So keeps going and going. So that can give you an idea of what to put on. I don't mind empty space. I'm more concerned for curricular cohesion for that page versus I just got to fill up those pages. So I don't want to just put something in for spacing. And then I hide all the things that they have no business being in. You know, you can't get rid of some of the apps. Or I don't know why I have Facebook on there, stick that up. But along the tray, you'll notice as the pictures change, this stays the same. So I have a scanner that they can always get. By the way, this I think is the best scan app. It costs $1.99. It's iOS. There's so many. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because all you're trying to do is get the content. So whatever tool works, use that. So this is a skill-based app. Core 5 Lexi is a skill-based app. ESGI is for me to do assessments on them. I can grab any iPad. We all match each other, and I'll be able to find out where you are. Here's our own website, our class's website. If you just want to see what we're doing on the tray. I know I read something on how to give a good presentation. You're just supposed to say, all right, that's it, thumbs up, ciao. So, I do want to just be with you to remember that we are green and growing, and all those other teachers that aren't here that are just keep modeling, learning, and do it for your kids' sake, let alone yourself. I mean, when they older, right? When you retire someday, and you don't want to stop learning. That is like what keeps you young.
Everybody wave for Mary Smile.